Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video, we will be continuing with the JMeter series, the performance testing series that we had started earlier. And we had covered one video in which we gave you a high level understanding of what is performance testing, what is the use of JMeter, why JMeter is in demand in the market compared to other performance testing tools. So in this video, we will be seeing the continuation of the same series, and we will be looking into the detail how to record the script eh, for the application in which we want to test the performance in JMeter. So let's deep dive into it. And before that, if you're watching this video for the very first time, then please do hit like, share, and subscribe our channel. So now let's look into this. So how to record in JMeter? So as you know, JMeter is an open source tool. There are opportunities available in JMeter. Without recording, without having knowledge of scripting, you can directly use it for your performance testing. Of course, there are some capabilities in the tool for doing scripting as well. But for now, we'll see how to record in JMeter and how to play with it. Okay, now in order to do the recording, so we will be capturing two kinds of websites. So again, HTTP is one, HTTPS is the another one. When you say HTTPS, so it is nothing but it's a secured website. In order to play with the secured website, JMeter will provide you a certificate itself, which you need to install. Okay, now let's see what we need to do. So we have to configure this particular things in JMeter. So we have to open JMeter, we have to go to the test plan section. So as we had discussed in the last video, test plan, what is test plan? It is nothing but a set of or a group of test instructions that you will be performing, a group of validations set that you will be having that comprises of test plan. So within the test plan, we will see all these things. So let me go to the JMeter itself. So this is where we had stopped, and in the part 2, in the second video, we'll be starting from here. So I'll right click on this test plan. I'll go to add option. I'll see non-test elements. It says HTTP script recorder. Okay, so now the very first thing, if you want to remember it for the longer period of time, where is HTTPS script recorder? There are so many options are there, right? So where does this script recorder reside? So this script recorder is nothing but it's a part of non-test elements. Why do you consider it as a non-test element? Because this is something which will aid you, which will support you in doing the testing. You are not supposed to do testing of recorder. You are supposed to record using recorder the various API, the various requests that are a part of the website that you want to test for the performance. So it is something that will support you for testing. Hence, it's a part in the non-test elements. It's not something that is a part of your testing. So we'll select HTTPS script recorder that we already did. Okay, now click on this. This is the default port on which the JMeter will be working. Okay, and here in the test plan creation, you can see target controller. It shows two options: use recording controller by default, and the second one is a script recorder. So we'll select script recorder here because we would be playing with the script recorder in this video. In the upcoming videos, we'll also give you information of the recording controller. Then you need to come to the request filtering. Now, when it comes to request filtering, so which are the different requests that you don't need to have? So those all requests you will have to exclude. So let's add suggested excludes. These are the few of the patterns that JMeter by default tells you not to include. Okay, so this is something that you will exclude because whenever you will visit the website for performance testing, there will be so many resources that will be called because there will be so many configurations that would be done. We want to focus on actual API, actual request. So these are the bare minimum things that you need to exclude. Apart from that, there are also other things that we need to exclude. So I'll tell you as and when the time is there. So for now, these we just clicked on add suggested exclude button, and it was able to exclude the few of the URL patterns. Okay, now this is about the JMeter configuration that we have done. Now what comes next is we will have to do some changes in the browser as well. So what we will do is we'll open Mozilla Firefox browser. So let me open Mozilla Firefox browser. In this, we'll have to go to settings. After going to settings, okay, you can search proxy. So click on these settings. So I have already done those settings. I'm using manual proxy configuration, localhost port is 8888 as it was mentioned in JMeter. Same port we have to define here. We have to keep here and we have to click on OK button. Okay. And we will close this. So what did we do is we did two configurations. One is we did in JMeter, another we did in the browser itself. Now we will start recording the test scenarios. Okay, so now let me share the JMeter screen. The moment I'll click on start button, so it will start the recording. Okay, and as soon as I'll click on start button, there will be a pop-up that will come for the transaction that you need to ignore. This is a certificate thing that you have to take it into the consideration. So click on OK button. Okay, here it is one of the window recorder transactions control. As I told you, this is something that you need to ignore. Okay, so now what I will do is I'll open Firefox browser. In the Firefox browser, I think the screen sharing has stopped again. So I have opened this Firefox browser and I have launched this URL on which we are supposed to do performance testing. You can take this thing here a bit. Then Boston, let us select London, click on find flights. Let's choose this flight. Okay, let's enter a name as RD. Okay, let's enter here address 123 Main Street itself. City, you can enter any city. So let's enter Charlotte. Okay, and let's enter state as North Carolina. Zip code is something 12345 and we'll click on purchase flight. Okay, so it says thank you for your purchase today, and we will click on stop recorder. Okay, so now I clicked on stop button. So there was a pop-up, I clicked on stop button, and now you can see there are so many requests that are being captured. Okay, but not all of them are valid for us. There are few of the requests, those are valid for us that we will see, but not all of these are a proper request for us. For example, this first request, if you see canonical.html-1, so it is mentioning server name or IP as detect portal.firefox.com. So it is just a kind of a server name it is trying to navigate to. So such request you can ignore. So what we will do is, again, this success.txt, whichever server name or IP has detect portal.firefox.com, that we need to ignore. Now let's see few of the valid requests. So let me scroll down. Okay, now let's see this 89. What is this 89 request? So it is nothing but the server name or IP that says blazedemo.com. This was the website on which we started the recording, right? So what we will do now is we will remove these particular requests. Those are redundant requests. Those are something that are of no use to you. Okay, this is again something that is of you can ignore. So till here we can remove. This is the cut option that we are clicking. Canonical HTML. again, this canonical success.txt, all these requests you can remove, right? See, this is reserve.php. This is again blazedemo.com. Okay. So whichever request has server name as blazedemo.com, that you need to consider for testing. Okay. See, this is purchase, which is again a proper. So whenever you are removing, what I would suggest is, as you are new to this tool, so first have the habit of disabling the request, because once if you will remove that particular request, it would be a bit difficult to bring it back. You will have to do the entire recording again. Success.txt. So success is not a success for us. It's an unsuccessful request. So here we go. So we have got final 4 requests that are very important. You can see these are the values, the parameters that we had sent. This is purchase.php, this is reserve, and this is 89. Now each of these requests has got HTTP header manager. In HTTP header manager, you will have all these requests, like which are the different headers that are stored in the header manager. So those all things you can see. Okay, isn't it interesting? Yes, it is. So please click on the like button. See, I really like the people. I really like the folks who click on the like button and who come and subscribe our channel and who view this video and who can also share this on the LinkedIn. So please hit the like button, because this series is free of cost. You don't need to pay anything, and it has been uploaded. It will be uploaded regular basis so that you can complete this course as soon as possible. So finally, we have got 4 important requests with which you will be playing. And in each of these requests, you will see you will have post here. Okay, it depends which HTTP request you will have get also. So what is get and post, right? So those are nothing but those are the type of requests that you can send. Apart from that, you can see the blazedemo.com that we had. Right now, if you want to parameterize it, you can put a variable also, and you can change it to any other website, or if you want to do negative testing. So we will be seeing those things in detail in the upcoming videos, in the upcoming sections. But for now, for this video, we saw how to do recording. Now I'll also give you a quick overview of on thread group. Right, so thread group is again a very important concept. Now if you want to run these scripts, run this particular request, it won't run. Yes, you heard it right, it won't run because there are few of the bugs available in the JMeter. So that video will be uploading tomorrow, but stay tuned for more updates. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll be connecting soon. Which are the bugs that are there in the JMeter and how to make sure that all those recorded things are running, that we will be showcasing, that we'll be covering in the next video. But please don't forget to hit the like button, and thank you so much for watching this video.